tense. With face hate, young jailbait, too much violence. Girl, back up and go. This sweet trip they go. I tell them no way. No way. Howdy people, small-minded, cautious and loud. Of bubble and scandal, they boastful and proud. Yet somehow I see all this foolery as with no dressing. They still are blessing. You see, I just see Takarikyu, these rice and cascado. Do grab and galalu, and never just give me not leaving. Not leaving. Never stray so deep and freedom no country. Where else in the world you know? Sweet fun and calypso. People just overflow today's in the street.
Share the video. Good night to everybody. All those who miss me.
I see young people creative who must overcome.
Monday, 20th November.
From rusty old drum. So why should I fear? Some tears here and there. I tell them no way.
Share it everywhere. Let them know we back.
Camaraderie so special, like natural instinct.
Time to mash this thing up now.
By the rivers, come take a drink.
See the name of the video? You see the name of the video? To the YouTube people, the name of this video is High Level Lawlessness and Abuse of Power. Share it to YouTube people. Those who get in the YouTube live, share it. Message your people. WhatsApp your people. Text your people. Let them know we're here. Yeah? Try and get you a nice scented view. Call them out, call them out, call them out. I know I am early. People working with a timer for 8 o'clock. I just needed to make sure everything was functional. Good night, Sean. Good night, Gemma. Good night, Sean. Again, Dio. Good night, David Tardier. The Tardier clan. We have the whole clan. Share it up, share it up, share it up. We have plenty to discuss tonight. Bring a crowd here for me. Marissa Bash. Kenneth Luke, boy. Bring out the council. People vex, I take a week off. Your boy was tired. We're back. Share it, share it. That's what I'm doing right now. Share it in every group, on any page. Anywhere you are, share it. Let the people know they have a voice. We on. Competing with my own video from a while ago. They're sharing that video while. Don't talk about that. kind of messages I get. People have so many problems. To all my foreign-based Trinis, you know I love you bad, and I understand my brother is a foreign-based Trini. My brother, 3 children, growing up in a next man land, growing up in Canada. They grew up in Canada. 2 of them, full man and woman, and they born here, but they're growing up there. And it's because the governments that you voted into office time and time again has destroyed this country, has left people with no choice but to go. They've left people with no choice. You had to defend it. You had to defend your family. Look, today a man tell me something today. This can't make CNC3 because Sabga don't want you to hear this. But the most expensive townhouses in Trinidad is in a place called Columbus Circle on the waterfront. They have some fancy, boy, you had to get through some security to get inside of there. And they hold up a whole family home invasion inside of there. You had to pass through 2 different cutlass and knife to their throat. You had to pass through 2 different set of security to get anywhere near inside of there. And they went in there. All those who have this false sense of security, because you have security guards by your gate. Wait, Dorothy, wait. Wait, the wolf come in, you know. The wolf come in. My friend Kavita last night, she light up Facebook. They come in the house. She, her mother, her father, gun, knife, cutlass, 5 of them. Wildness. Let me just adjust the volume on the YouTube thing so I don't kill them with noise. Because tonight going to be a loud night. Kavita, they take everything that all the family saying while they're inside of there, wildness going on. Just take everything, don't hurt us, don't hurt us. A daughter with her parents, they take her car, they take their phones, they take their money, they're hitting them, they're beating them. Oh, they have more money than this. Oh, they have more money than this. This is what's going on. And you have jackasses stunting in government and people telling me not to talk how I want to talk. Here what I want to tell you all something. CNC3, Guardian Media, sent a message for me that as long as I am the leader of the PEP will get no coverage. Well, Samson Nanton and Shelly Das, the 2 of you together with Nicholas Sabga could kiss my half-red ass. They have nothing CNC3 have that I want. They have nothing. When I look through the Guardian Media, and somebody say if it get any smaller, the Guardian newspaper will be a comic book. But when I turn page after page, 85% of the ads is Sabga ads, Answer Makal ads, left pocket, right pocket. It's pride have them printing that bullshit still. The Guardian is a flyer. The Guardian is a flyer. CNC3 News is joke. Nobody know who's what CNC3? Old people who have no internet. Who didn't get the news whole day. Kiss my ass, Samson. Samson Nanton, I am telling you, I am going to watch and wait until they fire your red ass out of media. You stink and dirty, nasty little liar. And I say so. I say so. You want to challenge me? Come out. Debate me. Come and explain to the nation how you use Sabga Media to lie on the Jericho project that helped so many poor people in this country, disabled, homeless, and orphan. You ever take 5 cents out your pocket to see your aunts dance? You nasty little dirty, dirty man. You and Shelly Das? Shelly Das, don't call my name, you know. I know about your husband, how he get licks in Washington, how he went to fight with the man that was putting you up in house. All you don't call my name. Leave me alone, and I just leave all you alone. Don't be sending message for me. Don't be sending message for me. All you're not ready. All you're not ready. All you so who needs somebody else to pay a salary and buy tampon and lipstick for you. All you're not ready for me. Don't even whisper my name. Let me leave that right there. Let me leave that right there, Shelly. Yeah? Leave it right there, okay? Samson, don't call my name again. I'm asking you with your 15 followers. Don't call my name again, okay? We gonna be good. Let me go forward. High-level lawlessness is what is taking place in this country. This weekend gone here, visitors came to Trinidad. chamfer phone plan all over the world, stunting shitail, promoting tourism. You see, I vexed tonight, all of you all who want a kinder, gentler political leader, MSJ, David Abdullah, will fluff you. He will tell you the right amount of bullshit to make you think that all is well in Camelot. Things are okay. They're not having home invasions and sticking gun in your mother's mouth. That's not happening. They're not raping and marauding and pillaging and plundering. That is not happening. Elderly people by the hundreds stood up outside the Port of Spain General Hospital today. That $5 billion waste of time complex. Elderly people, men and women, our elders, the people we need to bend down and kiss their foot and their ankle. They build this country for us. We're supposed to show them nothing but respect. They stand up from 6:30 in hot sun outside the Port of Spain General Hospital because those sons of bitches that spending billions of dollars in transfer this and transfer that, but nobody know where transferring to. They're transferring to people who drive in Rolls Royce account. But these elderly people had to stand up there from 6:30 until 2 o'clock for you all to come and tell them come back in March for an eye exam. Our elders, only not shame, boy. Only not shame, shame, shame. When you wake up in the morning and bathe and dress to go and work in Port of Spain General Hospital, you have no shame that you're doing this to people. It's like the people who work in the banks, while the banks slowly twist the screws on the customers. The managers and the mid-level supervisors who enforcing the rule from above. Here's the rule in the banks, less and less over the customers, over the counter. Get them to use the drop box and get them to use the ATM machine. Every day, 2 tellers in the bank. Every day, 2 tellers in the bank. Line snaking out the door. But we want to frustrate them and they're using the managers. But you see, the managers and the supervisors not realizing they're cutting their own throats. Because what the bank is doing is forcing the customers out of the bank to go and deal with their own money with a card in the wall. So at some point, those same supervisors and those same managers have no work. How much people do you think it need inside an empty building to man it? How much? But to the people who are upholding the obscenity, oh Jesus Christ, man, it is old people you're doing this to. It's old people you're doing this to, and all you're killing babies in San Fernando. What it is with what we have to do? How do we wrench control of this country from these nasty, nasty dinosaurs? How? What? What will it take for the people to say, enough? What? This weekend, the Police Complaints Authority, PCA, says it has concluded its independent investigations into the series of roadblocks, road exercises undertaken by the officers of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service on Monday, 23rd March 2015. The PCA says it has made 21 recommendations and will be forwarding copies of its report to the Director of Public Prosecution, the Commissioner of Police, and the Police Service Commission. The PCA's investigations entail scheduling, recording, and transcribing over 150 interviews of police officers and civilians, and the acquisition, scrutiny, and examination of hundreds of related documents. Published on September 8, 2017. What has happened since? That day, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service staged an attempted coup. They hijacked the democracy and shut the country down. This was a day when public servants with a badge used the badge and the authority of the badge against the people who pay their salaries. And not one person to date. That happened 23rd of March 2015. We're coming up on the 3rd year anniversary. Not one head rolled. But you see, they need a jackass like me as Prime Minister, because the day after total policing, they would have a day of total human resourcing. Every khaki-wearing officer who had any part to play in that, fired. You're fired. You're absolutely fired. And every junior officer that took it as an instruction, you're fired. You see, I want to tell you something. You could rent police all over the world. Japan have police to rent. And Trinidad have nothing special, you know. You don't have to know Lavantil to police Lavantil. You're living in a world where you could see a number plate from space. We are trying to pretend that the dinosaurs still roam this land, but they don't. You could rent police and fire the entire TTPS, you know. You could do an investigation to find out all those who were involved in total policing. You're fired. You're fired. Pack your shit and go. We are not giving you power and authority over the civilians and the citizens for you to abuse it. Pack your shit and go. The commissioner should have been fired. But you see, this is a banana republic run by people who sit in little clubs and little back rooms that determines who gets to be what and who gets to get away with what. This is a country where Islamic terrorists seized control of the parliament and the only TV station at the time, killed people, blew up the police headquarters, killed a member of parliament, Leo Devines, shot the police sentry, the first man to die, the police sentry outside, and I don't give a shit what Abu Bakr problem was. You don't hijack this democracy, and anybody who support that, miss me with your bullshit, because we are a nation ruled by law, and at some point, we need to see the law prevail. How the hell they get away with that? How they get away with that? How did they get away with that? Stuntmen and stuntwomen in the parliament, Pandey and Manning never account for their absence on that fateful afternoon. Stuntmen and stuntwomen in the parliament today, stunting for you. But the PEP, my son tell me, we like cancer in their ass. The PEP have the PNM twisting and turning in the breeze. They don't know what next to call as a policy because the people coming at them. What is this bullshit you're giving us? Hear what the man teaching us. The PNM has announced a housing policy that I cannot find in any of their manifestos, in Vision 2020, Vision 2030. I don't know if it's in Vision 2040. All it is copy and paste it straight off my wall. Keep Christopher Rowley, fire your blasted self. You and your incompetent band of malcontents, fire all of them. You are abusing the trust of the citizen and pissing on the Constitution of the Republic. Nothing you have done to date has helped this country. Everything you've done has hurt. And we want to know about Bridgemans, and we want to know about Nazim Bash and AV Oil, and we want to fire your ass. Let me tell you something, I have never been on fire for something as I am to see Keith Christopher Rowley tossed out of government. That son of a bitch has made a mess of our country. Worse than Kamala, who, she was a superstar. She was a superhero for madness. She was obscene. And he beat her in 2 years. In 2 years. Linden Market is a housing policy. Stoops and man Randall Mitchell stand up there and read it. Normal, normal, straight face. After that, he went down in the 519 and get drunk. Randall Mitchell stand up and read a PEP policy as if it's there, straight face. Commissioner of Police, all of a sudden he know. All of a sudden the Commissioner of Police know that police not supposed to be sitting down inside the police station waiting for you to come and make a report after the crime happened. That police supposed to be on the road protecting and serving. All of a sudden he know. All of a sudden that in the papers that Stephen Williams announced that their plans, country could be safe again. It could be safe again. It could be safe again. Why you don't go and explain to every mother of all them little black children that bleed out in the road why it couldn't have been safe then? Stephen Williams. And then fire your blast itself. This is a country of high-level lawlessness and abuse of power. The Chief Justice, hear the name, man. Hear the name we're talking about, man. The Chief Justice, boy. Name calling in Bacchanal and holding on to the office like a spranger that's holding on to a crack ball. He is destroying throwing the office, all of a sudden I have to be hearing about the Chief Justice's sexual orientation and who he might be lying with in the night. How the hell the country reached here? How did it reach to here? And why are we allowing this madness to continue? Why? Why are we allowing it to continue? Why haven't we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, availed ourselves of a constitution and realized these sons of bitches, these public servants are on a salary? They are on a salary at our pleasure. That's how the shit works. But customs but immigration could have shut down the nation airport. Immigration could have hijacked all those foreign visitors. And when you did them talk, they went down on the avenue and locked up people. Because that badge means we could do what the frig we want. And we're giving people badge to come and abuse people. That's what the badge for. Tell us, Mr. Chief Immigration Officer, how they get in the country in the first place. Tell me. And don't stop at Cedros, because we know, and we know you know. So don't stop at Cedros. And when you're calling names, call names properly. Because the head of the Coast Guard and the head of the police service and you all need to be fired. Because you could walk in this country with just about anything, any day, any night, and nobody to stop you. I keep asking, Trinidad and Tobago Yacht Club, you could jump in your multi-million-dollar Bertram, drive down to Colombia, pack your cooler full of all the cocaine it could hold, bring it back up into the yacht club and go home with your cocaine. And there is nobody to say, we have in that cooler there, Dre. Nothing. High-level lawlessness and abuse of power. The country is mismanaged to a level that it is being destroyed. And the people, the police service is being used to keep the people under stress. Why some high-level bandits rape and raid? Listen, we have to undo and redo this country. I am not joking when I tell you that. We need an election that cleans house. And anybody that tonight still think that either the UNC or the PNM have an answer for this country, you're a jackass. You are an absolute jackass and you deserve everything you get. You deserve every single thing you get, because when you see the wolves start to eat, them that you're supporting don't have them getaway plan organized, you know. Visa stamp, money organized. Them have house in Florida and car and things stacked. Lamborghini, Ferrari and Rolls Royce outside foreign with your money. And you defending bullshit a jackass named Miguel Donovan. I had to block him again today. This is the third time. So I tell him, you will never come up for air. Miguel Donovan sit down in Toronto, Canada, running a call center for the Canadians, selling poor black people to PNM and telling them, take that jamming. You take that jamming. While I upstairs eating ham and jam. High-level lawlessness and abuse of power. That is what is going on in Trinidad and Tobago. And the only way that is going to fix, and I am telling you this, and I am telling Trinidad and Tobago again, clear as day, we have one shot, one election. Get busy, you know. Get busy. And don't take on Carolyn Sipasad Bechan and she 10 votes victory, you know. What the COP could do that they haven't done before. What they could do now that they're dead. What was the point and the purpose, Carolyn Sipasad Bechan, of that bullshit election? You've won. You've won. You dislodged Nicole Dyer Griffith through the courts and you won a stunt. So now you are the leader of a dead party. What's the next step, Carolyn? To negotiate with Kamala. For end, Kamala don't like you and you don't like Kamala. What you could promise to bring for Kamala? Money. COP have no money. COP have no finances. Nobody interested in it. What you going to bring? Members? Voters? Who voted in COP? You're a running, laughing joke. You're a laughing stock. So again, you have nothing to negotiate with. So what was the point of this stunt, Carolyn? To finally put on your resume, you win the empty box. After they eat all the Cracker Jack and somebody go on with the toys, you own the box. Alright, you win. David Kiss My Ass Abdullah. David Abdullah, and listen, I ain't telling you about go back where you come from. You know what? You make Trinidad your home, welcome aboard, brother. But stop lying to the people now, man. You and your two-man party, Ballhead and Warwick, The two of them bald head. I can't remember the other guy's name. But it's the two of them that give you any kind of relevance, because without the two of them on your side, you're a one-man party, and we know. We know you're a one-man party. Well, we're only there because of the union. The union and all of that nonsense. But the MSJ have nothing to give nobody. The MSJ have nothing of value for anybody. The movement for social justice. What does that mean? What did it ever mean? When did you ever contest an election? You're a political party, 20 years now. When have you ever contested an election? When? There, and the little NEP, OIC, Herbert Volney, what's the name of your party? We the People. Which people, Herbert Volney? Not even your wife want to join your party. Who is the we the people that you lead in, Herbert Volney? Not one single person in this country. I tell you something. You can't even win an election in St. Anne's, inside the madhouse. They have nobody that stupid in this country, Herbert Volney. You are a laughing stock and a lunatic. How come you still in politics and not in a jail cell somewhere for misbehaving in public office? You, God, and the DPP alone know. Because you apologize to the nation for hijacking the parliament to write a law to free financiers alleged to have stolen billions of dollars, building a cowshed of an airport for Basdio Pandey, who said, I believe we can fly. That jackass. All over the place, laughing and cracking jokes, trying to get people to laugh at him and like him. Eh? All of them, not one of them can tell you what they've done with the trillions of dollars and the 55 years of independence. What one of them have done. Listen, home ownership, affordable food, education, healthcare, and security. See those 5 things? Give the people those 5 things and you can do what the hell you want. The people wouldn't care about Bridgmans and Rohan Sinanan and all his family that eat. They eat. And boasting when they bounce up in, what's it called? The residence. Everybody shoe longer and pointier than the next man. Were you thief today, bro? Were you thief? And this is where we are. This is where we are as a country. High-level lawlessness and abuse of power. The parliament sits to make a mockery of the country. Every time it sits. These jackasses stand up in the parliament and make sport. They make couture, they make movelang and bacchanal. That's what they stand up and do. The number one of them was Anil Roberts. Remember him? Remember Anil Stinkmouth Roberts? What he do? What he become? What became of Anil Roberts? Where all his defenders? Forget that. Look at what is sitting facing you as the opposition. We're coming back to the government, you know. Wait. Jerlene John. Jerlene John looks like Bernie from Weekend at Bernie's. I feel they'll be holding up. I think Jerlene John dead about 4 years now, you know. Because I never hear that woman talk. I never see that woman smile. She always there with her darkers on and they moving her around. You see that stunt picture with Khadija, Kamala, Lee and Jerlene? If anything was a reason for UNC people to stoop and burn the party card, it was that picture. That fooled the people picture. But Kamala, your day done. Your day done. Vasan Bharat said you stole the election and he know about it. So if he tell you steal the election, I believe him. Because he's a jackass. He had no business in politics since the dog rice scandal and still tried. And that man tried to sell the nation a shipment of dog rice, boy. That is the contempt Vasant Bharat had for people. No, Vasant, you are one of the politicians. You and Faris Al-Rawi, I will never forget. You're too educated to be so nasty. But that is the opposition. That is what's left of the opposition. Rudal Munilal get quiet like a church mouse. Because I understand that inside the UNC, they feeded information to the police on Munilal to shut him up. So Kamala win all the wins, a next empty Cracker Jack box. Because they think they're fooling people with their Monday night renter crowds. But the renter crowds talking about how much they get in. A sandwich, a juice, and 2 blues. Meet by the corner, Maxi come in. Look at the PNM. Colm Imbert was taken before, I think it was the courts or the police, used state funds to relocate a river on his land as Minister of Works. Call member. I mean, when you look at the PNM, what passes for the PNM, I mean, even Eric Williams was a high-functioning sociopath and a crook because he stole money too. And if you cannot face that, get some therapy. You can't come out of an abuse cycle until you face the fact that, wait now, I am being abused. I am being taken this. I am not supposed to be beaten like this. They're not supposed to take advantage of me like this. I am supposed to be respected and treated with courtesy and love. But that's not what happens. What happens is you have allowed, we the voters, us the people, my granny, tanty, mother, father, everybody who ever stained their finger in this country, waste time and waste voting ink. Because we've kept allowing ourselves to be fooled. That as long as my side in, that side out, we win. What have we ever won? Mova, Bitam, Lavantel, and Silots. Generation after generation of people that should have had a better life that went on to their final reward suffered under those two parties. Mova, Bitam, Lavantel, and Silots. Let me tell you something. It's like 100,000 poor people to make one rich man. And in this country, we've made billionaires out of suffering poor people. It didn't have to be so. It never had to be so. Some of y'all can have it nice, but make sure everybody gets to eat. But right now, stunt men and stunt women, and let me tell you something. I pray that they have a God in heaven. Because you see, is only a God in heaven could give some of y'all the right pestilence, the right remedy, that nobody else knows. That is the exact thing to break you. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm waiting for the people telling me about when I talk about Ramnath and I say, boy, I wish you an eternity of damnation. You all realize Malcolm Jones and Calder Hart conned the people of this country, took national insurance funds to invest in a failed gas to liquid plant that they knew, Malcolm Jones knew he was selling us a friggin' lemon. They sent him a paper that said, we have it. It said, brother, this technology, it's not tested. It's not real. We don't know if it will ever work. Frank Dad, spend the money. Billions of dollars stolen from national insurance. And now they're telling you they have no national insurance funds for the people who put the money there for their retirement when retirement reach. Lord, Father. And Malcolm Jones' family wish, they want to know how I wish. Listen, man. I wish that man the tears and the suffering of everybody who suffers in this country. It's like Patrick Manning. Patrick Manning need to spend an eternity hearing poor people scream. He must walk the halls of the dead. He must see them, look into their face, look into their eyes. He must hear the cries of mothers. I watch women. You see, we treat black people in this country like they're disposable. I watch people rescue stray dog in Trinidad and pass stray black people straight. We treat black people in this country like they're disposable. And I've tried to understand how it is possible that a party that calls itself the Black People Party has had social, economic, and political control for 70% of our existence. And poor black people suffer so. I watch a picture of a mother holding her head. She on all fours. I will never forget it. And she crying into her son blood, boy. And I am saying, where God, boy? Where God? God abandoned this country. It can't be that this is who we are. It cannot be that. This. And all of us have to be ashamed because all of us allow that. Listen, until we stop it from happening, we're asking for it to be done. You can't tell me you don't care about politics. Politics care about you. I had to tell somebody that again today. I said the value of the money in your pocket is politics. Do that. The safety. You don't know after you speak to me and you leave this mall. You don't know if you get out of this mall alive. You don't know if you reach in home alive. They could come at you. I read a man send a WhatsApp about a Corolla full of people with guns following him, trying to run him off the road to take his car and rob him. You have to drive in a police station. Listen to me now, man. The country is broken. Do not be deluded. Do not allow yourself to be fooled into thinking that this, whatever this is that's going on, I want you to understand something. None of the rules and none of the laws that you think are there to protect you, none of the people that you think that are sitting in an office somewhere, none of the lawyers or the DPPs or the doctors or the ambulance service, nothing is there. It's not there. And you are going to find out. And when you find out in an emergency, you are going to be calling me then. And what can I say then? What can I tell you then? You know, people, I say, what can I do for you now? The answer is what we're building. You're supposed to be setting aside your protection. You have to make sure that you're standing with somebody, because when you find that you have nobody and you have to turn to somebody, you have to remember we helping other people too. Somebody get vexed that the PEP had put out a post during the flood and said, PEP members, contact us. We tell you all PNN people this, and this girl Jaiki from the UNC, kiss my half-red ass. The first people that will benefit from anything I have right now is PEP people, because we are a political party. We're not in government. Your hand, take it by your leader. Take it by your leader. PEP members building and upholding this party. Our first response and our first responsibility is to them. Understand that clear. If I am ever Prime Minister, the entire Orange Army will step back, because they will understand that as Prime Minister, he now has responsibility for the entire nation. And that will be the order of the day. But you see right now, miss me with your bullshit, PEP members come first. You don't like it? Cry till your eyes bleed. Yeah? Come back to this point. You cannot continue to run a country where people, public servants, are given a badge and some authority and they use it against the people. You cannot continue. You cannot continue to accept that. What is going on in the Trinidad and Tobago police service right now cannot continue. Cannot continue. What is going on in immigration cannot continue. Tonight, I'm going to Movie Town to get something to eat. And the security guard stopped me driving so he could move the cone on the handicap spot for a customs jeep with blue lights flashing to park. So I park quick because I want to see what's going on. A woman jump out of the car, a customs woman, and she go in Starbucks. Now I know they have no Starbucks emergency that requires you to park in the handicap spot. So I asked her, I said, ma'am, is the driver of that vehicle disabled? She said, no, why would you ask that? I said, because that is the handicap spot. You know, the woman stoops and turn and walk off. Well, boy, that light fell up. So I went and get my phone and turned on my live video to show Trinidad what exactly these little 2x4 10 days badge holders think the blue light mean. Because they could fool you and they could stunt for you, but they're not doing that with me, because I know the law, so I know he wrong. And God don't sleep, you know. While I dealing with that son of a bitch, that jackass, that entitled fool, a family of elderly people with somebody in a wheelchair fighting 3 cars down in a normal spot, because these jackasses have the handicapped spaces, trying to get this lady into all this stuff fall out in the water. I mean, oh God, man. I mean, oh gosh. How could you be so nasty that you think even the disabled had to get out your way? Because you deserve more. More. It's people like that son of a bitch. You see, I can't be God. Because tonight, he'd end up in a wheelchair. Tonight, I'd break his back. Tonight, he'd learn what that handicap space for. Why when you pull up, you need, it's take a while. You need space. You need space. The door had to open full. They had to bring your wheelchair for you. And you had to slide across into you. Had a break. If I was God, tonight, he disabled. Permanently. Because you will learn what that blue space was for. We have too many people in this country that go to get a little piece of power to use that power against other people. And you see, this jackass make me prime minister. Because I want to tell you something. I will defrock them. You see that every year, the judges and the lawyers, they shut down Port of Spain to walk from the cathedral to the Hall of Justice. That shit done. That shit done. You're a public servant. Stop the posturing. Stop the posing. We kick out the queen to get rid of the pomp and the pageantry. Do not become what we held in contempt. That shit have to done. We need public servants from judges and ministers and senators to understand your job is the well-being of the citizenry. That's it. That's it. Your job is not to stunt and promote and glorify yourself. That is not the job. It is nowhere in the job description. And this jackass, I have a firing pen. Because I want to, I tell you, I will abolish the office of the president. We don't need a president. What do we have a president for? What's his work? To swear people in? So he doing the job that a tape recorder could do? What's his job? The Chief Justice could do that. And not this Chief Justice, because this clown needs a firing. He desperately needs a firing. But Keith Rowley needs a distraction. So this is how it works. The Prime Minister, who is charged with the responsibility to put the things in motion, to fire the Chief Justice, because this Chief Justice needs a firing. But the Prime Minister won't. The Prime Minister will allow us to beat up over the Chief Justice and all the bacchanals surrounding him, and it takes the heat off of Nazim Bash and the millions, the hundreds of millions of dollars in fake oil. You see, we call it fake oil. What it is just theft. We send you an invoice for something you never got and you pay it. Tell me tonight, Trinidad and Tobago, that you're happy with the way this country runs. Tell me. Tell me you're happy tonight with anything. Food production. What do we produce? Besides Joe Paris and his 200 acres, and Incha and Ishmael, who now have an amusement park on what was supposed to be a mosque, what else does the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Production do with the land? C3, South Park, everybody and their brother could build, and not the same Joe Paris now putting down a gas station. He got the petroleum dealer's license. Like that, when you're connected, brother, when you're financing them parties, you're getting your shit done, you know. So he built a mall, 321 mall or some shit opposite El Socorro. How he get that? Everywhere I look, I walk in one Woodbrook place. That is Joe Paris zone. That is Joe Paris zone. That is Joe Paris zone. Why we don't call it one Joe Paris place? Who he dealing in one Woodbrook place? Because one Woodbrook place is part of Clico that your and my money stunted. So how does Joe Paris come to get all of these? And I want to know. Do I have to go to the management? And this is a stupid problem to be raising. But everything in this country, everything, expose it, everything rotten to the very core. And we're surrounded by a bunch of kobos, vultures, hyenas, jackals. All these jackasses want to do is eat and eat more, get longer, shiny shoes, so they can go and pips little girls till they're dead. Viagra keeping some of these asses alive. They can't stop to think yet that at some point your life has to be about, you know what? And this is my philosophy. I real party, you know. I party. I was telling some people the other day, I went to a party, Dr. Hyde and Star Child, and the ad was party till your clothes tear. And I went there. My clothes come back all right. But I went upstairs, Chin Fat Bakery in Laventille. I real party. All over the place. I real party. But at some point, you have to reach to an age where you say, okay, I will make sure now that I've enjoyed life, and I will do whatever I could to leave the world better than I met it for the next generation to come. But it not so. The next generation in trouble. We have no national insurance for them because it disco financed. It built Siam nightclub. Somebody partner got the bright idea. Hear this one. We own a building. You buy the building from us and rent the building back to we cheap. And if ever we have the money, we go buy back the building from you, no interest. Yeah. Tell me, we're selling Trinidad and Tobago rum, but we've run out of Trinidad and Tobago rum. So Angostura's job is to lie. Angostura's job is to hire Ernie Ross and Valdez and Tory and lie to you. Blended on the Caroni Plains, my red ass. This Guyanese rum we selling. And high-level stunting. And you own that. You own that. When it pours, it rains, Guyanese white rum. Look around you. Look around you. Mismanagement of the country serve up the white people beer factory to Sabga. Because when everybody else ran out of money in the country, Sabga still had some. So Sabga was able to buy, and the McAnany Alston's group. And they walk around like they invent this shit. They invent one ass. They stumble, trip, and fall into a fortunate time. And I think that's what's going on again. Somebody has decided, wait now, if we end up with all of this in a recession and we have some money again, let me make our next recession now. Because I feel that's what's going on. Because the rest of the world have no recession. Nobody else have no recession. Stuntman, shortman, clungman, calm. He is your Minister of Finance for 2.5 years now, telling you nonsense and foolishness about 4 quarters, 8 quarters, 10 quarters, no growth. But brother, like you, it can't grow until we do some magic. So what is the plan to make it grow? We need fortunes to grow. We need to cut expenses. And let me tell you where he was really obscene. We were never to touch the Heritage and Stabilization Fund. We were never to go for loans. We were first to cut expenses and diversify the economy. The Prime Minister, if this jackass was a real Prime Minister, would have sat with the people and said, listen, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. But there is a way out of the trouble. We can diversify the economy, but it will take us a couple quarters. Between now and then, we're asking you to hold straight. But they didn't do that. They didn't do that because while they jamming we had, Bridgman's making money and Rohan family making money in Curep Interchange and Rohan family making money, a $400 million highway to nowhere in Manzanilla, and the same financiers and the same contractors that Keith Rowley and Stuart Young washed them out on in the UNC is them same fire truckers making money now. This is a country where the Minister of Works, Jack Warner, and the Chief Fire Officer didn't make a jail for spending $6 million to pull a fire engine out of a ditch. 5 times the value of the actual fire engine. You could have left it there and saved us $5.5 million. That is this country. And if we still talking PNN UNC games, it will not get better. It cannot. Keith Rowley doesn't have an original plan in his mind. He's fighting the cancer that burning through him like a dose of salts. He know it and I know it. Because all that Maruga bullshit he do, coming back to bite him. And I feel that's why Maxi Coffee lying down in Washington, you know. I feel that's blowback from all that black magic. But I for other people to talk about me, I don't know about mother corn husk and all this shit. I don't get involved in that. But them fellas know what it is do. Because I hear they have PNM sessions where they just go down Maruga and cover themselves in cow blood and cow skin and all kind of shit. And you see me, this nigga, don't include me in that kind of madness. You understand? A child there in this country the other day doing necromancy. What the hell is that? The media say it like it's normal and then they move on. They move on. They didn't follow it up. We don't know who, we don't know why, we don't know where, we don't know when. They just normal. Necromancy, child there. Go on. Richard Anthony Luke said it takes 50 years to diversify an economy. I wonder what Richard is diversifying into. He's trying to turn Earth into Mars. You can diversify this economy to tourism and agriculture in 5 years. and be bubbling at the end of the 5 years. But then again, I can't force you all to think. At the end of the day, I can only bring the information. They have this magic new device, Mr. Clark. They have this thing, trust me when I tell you it works, it's called Google. If you go on the internet, that's another magical thing. Go on the internet and type Google, and it will bring this. And you could ask Google. Google is like the Lord of knowledge. You could ask Google anything, and Google will answer you. Trust me when I tell you that. Trust me. Stuart Young, Maxi Coffee is brain dead in Washington, costing Trinidad and Tobago $12,000 a day. But forget that, because we want to cry. What about the family? What about the children? Forget the children. Let me cry for Maxi. No problem. All the tears for Maxi, you could have the $12,000 a day. But what about the 50,000 people in La Hoqueta, Talparo that have no representation in the parliament? What about them? While you're stunting for Maxi, because Maxi brain dead. Maxi not coming back. Maxi not coming back. They tell you Maxi doing well, so why is Maxi not doing well in Mount Hope? They say Maxi doing good, so why you couldn't provide a picture, a video? Give me a picture of Maxi drinking a Milo in a ceramic cup. I don't believe you. I must take Stuart Young, liar-in-chief word. The next week we catch you, taking you and your partner, going to a meeting in China that the Chinese people didn't know all it was coming. They didn't invite you. And then you had to re-stunt it and say they withdrew the invitation. That was worse. Who's advised you all? Who advises you all? You could have said it was a miscommunication. The Chinese withdrew an invitation. Brother, that is like the side chick blanket. It didn't read well. It didn't read right. Anil Maraj, he in Washington, I want pictures. I know he on life support. And life support there and life support here is the same life support. But PNM only know one thing, advantage. Only advantage. But I take a week off and then nearly mash up the country. I was supposed to take 3, but I say, you know what, I can't do all of that. I can't leave all of here with all that. Every day I watch it and I say, but this is madness. Somebody else would stand up and say something. The truth is upon us. 55 years, listen. Fire truck Philip Alexander. You don't call me jackass, I call me jackass. You don't call me asshole, I will call myself that. But 55 years upon us, and $3 trillion gone. And nothing in this country works. Nothing. Not one thing. Nothing works. Education, training gang members. That's what your education sector is doing. We've heard nothing since about the boy who was raped in Fatima. We've heard nothing. They've swept that under the carpet too. Nothing's changed. They've put nothing in place to prevent another child getting raped. The game is now take away their phones and hide the information. No security has been put at the nation's schools, even though we arrested 2 young boys stunting with high-powered handguns in a school bag. But the Minister of Education doesn't understand that the action that he is responsible for is not the reaction. It is now to put things in place to protect the students and the teachers. You see, that's how authority works. But we don't have that. What we have is a country where nothing works. Somebody say not even the wrecker. I want to tell you something. I used to say that nothing works but the wrecker. But you see Mokorapo Road by Hot Shop, that makes it a lie. Because the wrecker don't pass by Hot Shop. So every day for anybody trying to use Mokorapo Road, between 11 till about 4, forget it. Because everything wrong Hot Shop jam up and the wrecker ain't passing there. So I used to say everything works but the wrecker. Not even that working. Not even that working. But you know what's our truth? Our truth is this country could turn around like that. Step 1, get them jackasses out of the parliament. The PNM and the UNC are the answer to one question. I'm proud of myself, I ain't cuss yet, you know. Who messed this country up? The PNM and the UNC. Basdeo Pandey knew that when he got his opportunity, you see, he sat down in that opposition for years and he watched the PNM thief The PNM ministers thief a whole Santa Cruz Valley, you know. Anything you buy in Santa Cruz now is a former PNM minister transferring that shit to you. Go and see how much thing them fellas own from Eric Williams' days. They thief the whole Santa Cruz mountain. That's what they do. And now for you to buy land in Santa Cruz, you're buying it from them. It's like what's going on with that Manzanilla Highway. We're running that Manzanilla Highway to nowhere on land that PNM financiers buy and selling back now. What are we going to do? What's our next step? Going forward from here. Going forward from here. We need an election. But we are not going to get an election playing their games. We have to face the reality and build an alternative now. 3 more years at PNM is unacceptable. We need to get in ourselves ready to shut this country down. Spend no money, don't show up for work. That's it. Call it quits. Say, you know what? We're done till Rowley gone. That's it. They can't jail you for that. They can't lock you up for that. You have a right to not work, and you have a right to not spend no money. And it is time that the people of this country understood their power. Because you see, the day the people of this country use their power, not jackasses like Samson Anton and Shelly Das and whoever stunted on TV6 these days, because I don't watch TV again. But those fools, they have nothing for you. They're singing for their supper. They're doing you wrong, but they don't care, because that's the only thing they bring to the table. They have nothing else. After this, when media done, when Sabga finally kicked that red ass out of Guardian Media, he had to go all over the place looking for a PR work. Hi, I'm Samson. I used to be on TV. I want to see that son of a bitch fail. And I tell you why I hate that boy so. I hate that boy so because you see, he didn't attack me. You see, me, there's attack me by the hour. And I could take that. My skin, I've developed thick skin. But he attacked the Jericho Project. And I don't even use the Jericho Project for politics. The Jericho Project does so much good work for people. This Sunday, while the rest of us was stunting, Tara Dial and Melissa Genu and the rest of them was inside Lady Hochoy Home and Rainbow Rescue taking Christmas for these children, orphans, gifts from members of the Jericho Project. And that son of a bitch, Samson Anton, attacked that. I will never forgive him for that. I wish him the worst life a human being could get. You know why? Jericho Project deals with the homeless, the orphans, and the disabled. That's what it does. That's what it does. You don't attack that. It's never been funded. The Jericho Project, for all of its existence, has never had a bank account. It doesn't trade in cash. You can't give it money. It only takes things that it needs to take from left hand to right hand to pass to the people who need it. And that is what that son of a bitch attacked. But anyway, so that's why you hear me when people ask me, why is Jam Samson Anton so? But anyway, going forward from here, Trinidad and Tobago, going forward, this Saturday at noon, we're having a massive meeting. This Saturday at noon, 19 Stanmore Avenue. A massive meeting at noon. And that same evening, after that meeting, we have Pep and Parang, which is our fundraising event in the Shakonia Hotel. And that's on that same Saturday coming. If you don't have your Pep and Parang tickets, there are people on the thread that you can reach out to and get your tickets from to make sure that you join us at the Pep and Parang. But this Saturday coming here, I want you to do me a favor. And I want you to do me this as a favor. I want you to come out to the noon meeting in your thousands. And I want you to bring people. I want you to change your plans. I want you to take a day off from work. I want you to take a day off from school or anything you have going on. I want you to organize it. Pick up your whole family. That's what I'm going to be asking you for this whole week. You see this Saturday at noon? I want you to come out in your thousands. Because I want you to embrace your change, the future that you want for this country. I want you to touch it. I want you to see what real political representation is. Just once, come this Saturday. You know why? Because this Saturday at noon, after you leave there, You are going to go back to your community set on fire for change. And that's what we want. That's what we need. 1.3 million people set on fire for change. You must leave that meeting as a beacon of hope and head back to where you come from and say, hey, the rescue come in. They have a party. They have all the ideas, all the plans, all the programs. If you see the kind of people running that party, come, come, come. Bring everybody and join. That is the future of Trinidad and Tobago.
Your vote will decide our destiny. Your vote will decide what you want to be. Your vote can protect our country's state. But use it well before it's too late. If it is that who you're voting, baby, or not out. When you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the prove it to be your people about. When you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the time, it's now that
Change must come about, just as how you vote them in. Get ready.
register and vote.
There are no other options. All those stunt parties is more bullshit.
Show them no mercy.
There's one solution.
Vote them out.
Come and stand together. Come and stand against the madness, high-level lawlessness and abuse of power. Come and stand together. We the people, we will show them what the power of the people means. Spread the word, share this video, spread the word, tell your people, make it your status every day on Facebook. Tell the people, all roads lead to 19 Stanmore Avenue. This Saturday at noon, we going, all of us, come down, bring your whole family. We are going to do this.
If for 30 years you voting them in, and there's only tears as soon as they win. They give you big words and enslave your souls.
Promising your roads and giving potholes.
If they are the reason why the economy won't sprout.
When you're voting,
If it is the passing laws that them alone can flout.
when you're voting,
If it is the building eyesores,
east, west, north, and south, just as how you vote them in.
register and totally stake your finger and rescue the country.
The red, they was never ready. The yellow, but they was never steady. They lied to you. They took advantage of you. They've abused you and your loved ones. They've made a mess of your country. They've destroyed the future for your children. They've left your elders suffering and no hope for you down the road. There is nothing the PNM and the UNC have to tell you right now. Nothing that they could tell you to account for what they've done to this country. That is the truth. That is the reality. And we have to face it. And we have to go forward from there. peptrinbago@gmail.com. peptrinbago@gmail.com is the email address. Send an email now to peptrinbago@gmail.com. Say, I am joining this party. My name is, my phone number is, my email address is, my constituency is, and I am coming Saturday at noon, 19 Stanmore Avenue, and I am bringing a full car, I'm bringing a full truck. Come with your people, spread the word, spread it all over. Let them know the time we were waiting on. We are the ones. We, us together, you and I, 19 Stanmore Avenue, this Saturday at noon. PEPTT.com is the website. PEPAPP is the app. You can download it for free on any of the app stores. Listen, Trinidad and Tobago, look at your country. It is deteriorating by the day. You have access to the internet and social media. Look at your friends and family living all over the world. Look at the lives that they are living and look at yours. You are living a life of fear and desperation. Nothing is working in this country. We need to fix it. We need to take responsibility for it. We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, step one has to be the eradication of the madness that goes on in our parliament. That House of Representatives, it belongs to us. It is time to stand together, one people under one flag, and bring change to this country. Looking out for you. Take care. Stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.